We can all use a little creative cash these days, and here to show us how to make unique gifts that can save you money or help with a favorite fundraiser, we welcome our craft expert, Shirley Rufener.
Nice. Hi, guys.
Okay, where do we want to start here? Because you are very good at this.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I love bright colors, as you can tell.
Right.
And these are watercolors, koi watercolors we're going to use today. Okay. So basically, we can go all the way to the top and say top artists could take their art, shrink it down, and make it into jewelry, and you can sell it that way, which is better because maybe big paintings aren't selling right now.
Right.
So same idea is the whole family can get involved in this.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little bit of watercolor, and then what we're going to do is shrink it down on a computer, and we're going to make these little pendants, the cute little girl pendants. They're very simple and they're very inexpensive, so you can really mark them up if you do a fundraiser or things like that.
Oh, right. And it looks like you can really personalize them.
You can. Yeah. You absolutely can. So we're going to start with some watercolor first.
Okay.
And now, as a kid, you might have used the little set of watercolors. Those were called K colors. These are in tubes. So, and this is the new thing. This is so much fun. This is from Sakura. It's called a water brush. And instead of a paintbrush, the water is inside. And if you squeeze it, which you might want to do that over your paper towel, you both have paper towel there, water comes out.
Oh, yeah?
A little drop of water.
Oh, yeah,
so all you have to do...
Don't squeeze hard.
Yeah, you'll get lots of water. So I've already put some paint out for you from the little tubes into your little palette there.
Okay.
And we'll do this together. I'm going to actually grab over and grab a color.
You're asking us to paint something?
Squeeze a little water and get it off to the side and kind of mix a little water in there. And I'm going to show you super, super simple, okay? And then I want you just to try, and you can mix those two colors if you want like a light orange, or if you want a purple. I don't know if you like blue or purple there, Dave, but go ahead and just try like a daisy first, something like that. And actually there's two ways to do this. You can actually spritz with water first, so we can get a nice dark picture there.
You guys are good at this.
There we go, yeah. Or we can spritz this first, and this is the fun thing. I'll get spritz all over the place here. So I'm going to spritz just the bottom of your paper.
I have a daisy that's
and I want you to look
fertilized.
at the difference. Here, let me squirt you here. I'll get it all over you.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, now do another daisy at the bottom, and you'll see what wet on wet does. It gives you the colors will kind of bleed out. And the fun technique is taking a little bit of salt, and we've got either like sea salt, rock salt, or table salt. And you take a little bit, so you each got a little thing of salt there. Take a pinch and put it right in the middle. And when that dries, what happens is it pulls the color out. I don't know if we can get a little close-up on this one right here. Yeah, and it pulls the color out so that you've got little tiny little water spots on that. See that? How it gives it the texture right there.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
So there's a couple techniques you can do that. Let that dry, and then you would come in and use a Micron Pigma pen, which is a waterproof pen.
Okay.
So you're going to need waterproof.
Which is what gives us the black line.
Yes, the little details. So I did something like this with the daisies, and then we've got the little details on there with the black lines. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to scan that on your computer, reduce it down so you've got it the size of like either a magnet or a pendant or whatever you do, a keychain. So it's about this size then after we're done. And then we cut it out. And I've got one cut out here, and I like to round the corners. So I'm just going to take.
We can show it to
hold that.
There we go. So you.
Yeah, you cut it out, and you can actually add words too with different fonts or by hand. I did that by hand. This is beauty, and so this would be about the size. Oops, it's going to jump away of a magnet, and then you want to use a white Primo Sculpey polymer clay.
That's what I thought.
Yes, you knew. The word clay always comes up when I show up, don't I? Okay, so now here, I don't know if you can see that very well, but okay. We have a sheet of white clay. You're going to just press that. Actually, excuse me, we're going to use the liquid clay first. Translucent liquid Sculpey. Put a little on there, not too much. Rub it in, and this works as a glue for the image. And you need to use an inkjet printer. I'm going to say that, and that's what most people have at home. Inkjet
that's
printer.
What we have. Sure.
So print it out on inkjet printer, and I actually saturate it a little more. If you can get into your program and go into the settings, saturate that a little bit more.
So making
the color darker. We've got it onto the clay there.
Okay.
We're going to cut that out, and I've got one right underneath here. Okay, and the one cut out, actually, I put way over here and grab that. Oh, and everything's going to fall. It's okay.
That's all right.
And so you have baked this now. So I've put the translucent Sculpey on the bottom, translucent Sculpey on the top, and it sealed it. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a second layer, and I'll tell you why. You notice the pendants have a little tiny hook on the top.
Yes.
And what you want to do is you want to place that little hook, and this is real small to see, but it's a little tiny jump ring is what it's called.
Oh, right. Okay.
And you're going to put that actually in between the two layers. So you're going to put a little bit of super glue on the jump ring and squeeze it in between the two layers, and then I'll hold that up. So you see that
Right.
you've got the ring on there and the 2 layers in between.
There we go.
There we go. So then you've cut that out again and then rebake that again because now the bottom layer, which is soft, is baked. And I want to show too, you don't have to have a pasta machine. Sometimes I bring that pasta machine and roll my clay through that. 2 popsicle sticks, because this is easy for the whole family. Take the acrylic Sculpey roller and just roll it and you'll get it nice and even between those popsicle sticks, which I've taped down onto the paper. So basically, then what you've got is all these different samples. You can make magnets, you can do little hooks for your school supplies. School's coming up, fancy them up.
Great gift ideas.
Yeah.
And then you just sell them at craft, you said at auctions, at craft fairs?
Yes,
And
the
when
kids
you-
can do the fundraisers, or actually online. There's artsy kind of places online where you can sell things like that.
And how much, like for the pendant? What do you think?
Okay. Oh, and let me say one last thing. This is very important. This puts a glass-like finish on it. It's called diamond glaze. And can you see how glossy those
Yeah,
are?
it makes
It
it
looks like
really
there's a layer of
dresses
glass.
them up.
And this is what makes it look much more expensive. So I'm going to say between at least $5 and $10 for each one of those.
Yeah.
And the cost is very low because you've got your primo
You've already
clay,
got
your
everything.
and your watercolors.
Well, we've
Fun.
got all
That's
your
fun
information
stuff,
on our
Shirley.
website, so folks can follow
Yes,
along here too.
start to
and
finish.
Very, I like this. I think, I think we're going to start a little side business.
Okay, there you go.
Thanks, Shirley.
All right, a
You're
musical
welcome.
preview of the Vancouver